What's up, everybody? Welcome to Vibing with Sleezy, the podcast. This is episode 8. Today we have a very special guest. Bessie Downs is in the house. Bessie and I actually went to middle school together, a little bit of high school, and we've pretty much gone pretty far back. It's probably been over 15 years now. Bessie and I have stayed in touch. Everybody, it's sometimes hard to stay in touch when people get busy with their lives, but Bessie's been doing really well, starting a family, and also really been focused on fitness, the gym, and like helping people get their minds and bodies right for basically to get active and to lose some weight and make sure that you're healthy, not only in life but for the summer. And so I wanted to have Bessie on to talk about a few things about the main things about losing weight, some things to eat, some things to look out for, superfoods, and pretty much any advice that she can give. And she might also be able to offer some help to anyone that maybe wants to get help after the episode. So, Bessie, how are you doing today?
What's up?
So, thank you for coming on the show. So, you basically now are you in the gym every day?
Yes, I'm in the gym every day. I recently joined the Y out in Linden and St. Matthews.
Mm-hmm.
I have a 2-year-old, so my mom can't watch him because the whole COVID thing, and my dad's old, and so I don't want him to get sick. So they have a little kids center, and I want him to interact with other kids, and plus I love going to the gym, and I don't want to stop doing that. And plus my fiance, luckily, he loves going to the gym as well, but our schedule is so crazy. But anyways, joining the Y really helped me.
Yeah.
Working out every day, 5 days a week.
I'm listening.
But yeah, I love it. I mean, I got certified as a personal trainer a year ago, I guess during COVID when we were on lockdown. But
so when getting certified as a personal trainer, what's that like? What's the process of that?
It's done online. It was a month process. So when I went to school to be a PTA, I didn't get in, sucked. So with anatomy and physiology, and when I worked at a PT clinic, it helped a lot with, the joints, the body muscles, the whole 9 yards. So I always wanted to be a personal trainer when I competed in 2015. So finally, when I did that during COVID, of course, we were stuck in the house, and I had little ones. So whenever they napped, I would study and got my certification, and then slowly took on clients and old friends, and they're like, oh, well, I saw you competed, help me, and what do I need to do? And everybody thinks that you got to eat less and work out a lot and do cardio for an hour, but it's not the case. Yeah,
I mean, it sounds like a lot of stuff in health and fitness is rumors or everybody's opinion and different theories, because I don't think anyone has the magic recipe. If we did, we all have 6-packs and be perfect. But I think a lot of times, and it's something that I'm guilty of, I think all of us are, it's hard to discipline yourself, and it's hard to really stay on track with that. I've noticed, different things work for everybody differently. For example, I've lost, about 2 years ago, I lost about 73 pounds in about an 8-month spell. I didn't even enter the gym. I'm not telling anybody to do it that way, but the thing about it, I think we talked about before the show, my addiction to soda. I love soda. It's so easy to pound a few during the day. I think if I end up cutting that out, I go back probably losing some extra weight that I had put on. I think soda it's so easy to get, and it's also so cheap. It's so good. It is. And then you're just like, damn, I'm actually really addicted to this. So would you say the thing about it that I heard you mention, so when you're people reaching out to you, are people just basically asking you straight up, can you help me lose weight? Or are they saying, are they trying to say, make me healthy?
Well, they would ask me, hey, what do I need to do to lose weight? And then I'll ask them, well, what are you doing? Do you know how many calories you're eating in a day? And typically they don't. I'll just ask them, well, what do you eat in a day? What do you do training-wise? Are you doing cardio for 40 minutes every day? And they'll be like, oh, well, I'm eating, most of the time they're under eating, usually about 1,300 calories.
Wow.
Yeah, and they'll say, well, I'm doing this diet, I'm doing keto, I'm doing all these fad diets. I'm just like, why are you doing those diets? Oh, well, you know, so-and-so said this is good. Or they'll do the research. Yeah, but typically, like for you cutting out soda works perfectly for yourself. Mm-hmm. But this person right here, yeah, they can cut out soda, but they probably might lost 1 or 2 pounds in a month. But they also need to do more than that, you know, exercise, or what your diet's looking like, and, you know, what's your job, you know, do you on your feet, are you on your feet a lot, or do you just sit at the desk?
Now, do people ask you to what to eat?
Yes.
Okay.
All the time. One client you probably may know, Lauren.
Yes.
She's getting married.
Yes, congrats to Lauren Abbey. She's getting married. Lauren Abbey is a very talented hairdresser in town, and she also basically has been knowing me and Bessie since middle school as well. Bessie's probably known her just as long as I have, because we both have gone way back. And I think with Lauren, I think Lauren, you know, that's the thing I was going to bring up. She's always been athletic, always been a dancer, always been. Oh, hell
yeah. Even after high school.
She's just great shape. Yeah, great shape. So, so when she's asking about these different foods, was it, do you think it's something that she wanted to do to change her lifestyle, or just to do just for that at that moment, maybe?
Both.
Okay.
I mean, like I said, I asked her, you know, what diets have you done? You know, the keto. She's done low carb calorie diet, which is awful. And then she'll say, you know, I exercise and do cardio so much. I'm like, well, you're just like a cardio bunny.
Well, who comes up with these ideas of like keto and low carb? I mean, is this just theories that people have tried and it's worked, or are people really? I mean, it sounds like people are super serious about it. Like a guy, Vinny from the Jersey Shore, you know, they call him the Keto Guido, and you know, he's super skinny. And the thing about Vinny is like, he's sitting there eating a whole different type of diet, you know, no bread, nothing. But then they have like a cheat day, and he's harming this bread. Yeah. I don't understand how these things come into place. And it's like, did it work for just one person, and now everybody's like, it'll work for me? Is that what?
I think so. And especially, you know, we look up everything online on Google. Like, we do. How do you get abs in 6 days? And then, boom, everything pops up. Well, you need to do this exercise, or you need to drink this, and supplements, too, as well. But,
yeah, I mean, that's something that I've noticed. And I could be, you know, I don't know fitness or that strongly, but I would say I've looked into like some of these things people buy or try, supplements. Half of them are bullshit. Half of them are terrible for you. Yes. I had a few friends that have bought some stuff recently, and they mentioned some of the things they have bought. It's none of my business. They can do what they want. I kind of looked it up just out of curiosity, and I'm like, that's going to be worse for you. Like, that doesn't seem like it's going to help. I just think a lot of times people think you can just buy this thing over the counter, have a magic pill. Yes. It takes work. It takes time, but the main thing it takes is it's dedication. I mean, exactly. you have to be dedicated. I
don't know. I mean, don't get me wrong. When I competed, I took fat burners. I took this. I took that, because I also ate right and I worked out. So, it's going to give me a little boost. But if you're going to eat like crap for a whole month and, you know, do exercise here and there, and then you're going to take a fat burner or some supplement, think it's going to help, it's not.
So, fat burner, I had a couple friends mention recently they had messed with a fat burner. I don't know much about what fat burner is. It just pretty much, what's it doing to your body?
It has a whole lot. Are you allowed to cuss on this?
Yeah, you can cuss.
Okay. It has a shit ton of
say
caffeine.
Whatever you want. Yeah, this podcast, like, and for anybody that's new listening or listen to past episodes or listen to everyone, we cuss. We're raw. You can talk about anything you want. I try to stay away from politics, anything that's gonna like divide people, make people mad. But say whatever you like. You can cuss, do whatever you want.
So fat burners has a shit ton of caffeine. Mm-hmm. So you're going to get like a boost of energy. Fat burners has also other chemicals in it, ingredients that's really not good for you. Okay. I tried this one fat burner from this supplement company. I forgot what it's called. And I felt like my heart was coming out of my chest.
Really? Okay.
Yes, I feel like I was taking 4 scoops of pre-workout.
Wow.
And I wasn't even working out that day.
Yeah, that's I mean that's some serious stuff. I mean I don't mess with that kind of stuff because at the end of the day, I'm comfortable with like my height, my weight. I've never woken up and been like, oh, I gotta lose weight to be accepted, or I gotta do this, or people. I've just been me, and I feel like I've always been very comfortable with my body. I was an athlete for years, and then once after college, I'll be honest, you do more partying, you do more laid back lifestyle. So yeah, I put on the weight, but I have over time, years ago, lost a lot by cutting certain things out, done something different. I'm all for people changing their lives and being better.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I think at the end of the day, I think people need to quit misleading others that don't know what they're doing. Mm-hmm. Also, people need to quit reading everything on the internet. And also, too, your body is great because you can try stuff and do like trial and error. You can eat fucking shit for a week and still be alive 2 years later. Mm-hmm. But there's some things that it's not helping at all. It's just making it worse. And I think that's where people don't realize that it's a science. Like it's a science to this stuff, and people too. I'm guilty of it as well. We don't know what we're putting in our bodies as humans. We don't.
No, we don't. We don't even look at the labels, and sometimes the labels don't even tell us.
We don't even get. That's another thing. It don't matter if you're at a fancy 5-star restaurant or if you're at McDonald's on Stony Brook. You literally don't have. You could ask for it. You get the calorie count. You don't get the nutrition facts at these places. I mean, you can't.
You can just look online.
You can look online, but it's like. But the thing about it though is, it's interesting that restaurants now, you see years down the road, putting the whole nutrition facts by thing for people take it that serious, or do you think that's exaggeration?
I feel like it may come into play. It might, because I mean, all the the restaurant apps or like the fast food apps, you can go, for instance, like McDonald's and say, okay, well, I want a Big Mac, and it gives you like the nutrition and how many calories, fats, and what's in the meat, maybe.
They say at McDonald's, they say that it's actually healthier to eat 2 burgers instead of a burger and fries. I'm not saying McDonald's is healthy in any aspect, but I'm saying though, when it comes to McDonald's, if you're going to go that route, you're going to go burger and fries, you should just get 2 burgers if you're going to do that route, because they said health wise, the fries are a lot worse. I mean that's what
with the oil that they put in it.
Yeah, the oil, and then some places use peanut oil, some places use different kinds. That's also. But the human body in general is just wild. Something that you brought up a minute ago, talking about things that you can do to like benefit your body. Something that I've really looked into lately is superfoods. Yeah. All these different foods that can help, or it could be a type of spice or something that's in your ingredients. And so something that I've bought recently was turmeric. And I did it for a while a few years back when I had some really bad shoulder neck issues from sports injuries, but now I'm using it not only for its health benefits, but I got it in a gummy, and it's $18.99 for 60 of them. I actually bought them through a buddy. He works for a company called Amway, which I'm not a big fan of Amway. I think Amway is a Ponzi scheme, but I helped him out to support him, and also, too, in my opinion, they do have some good supplements that you can buy at an affordable price. So for $18, you got 60 of them. They're little stars, pineapple, coconut flavor. Yeah, they're little stars. They put them in the different things they sell. They put them in different shapes. They have some distressing gummies.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, they have all kinds of different little gummies that you can take that have some kind of natural ingredient in it. So with this turmeric, it's a yellow spice. What turmeric is basically a spice mainly found in Asian, Indian, Middle Eastern cuisine. People will put it on stuff. It has a different taste. The negative things about turmeric that, something that me as an avid user would have to maybe deal with eventually, or others. Luckily, I haven't at this time, but you might have nausea, diarrhea, bad stomach, might be just completely just really sick to yourself once you really start eating. But that's a minor side effect. The reason I think it's labeled as a superfood is because it's helping cancer, heart. And there's some research they haven't even really dove into long enough to be able to really verify it. But erectile dysfunction, all these different things that turmeric does has over 20 health benefits. It's a really good superfood. I was going to ask you, do you think that there will be more superfoods found, or do you think that us as humans still stay away from the ones we've already found, like the main ones? Like why do us as humans not go for those healthy options? Because they are more accessible in 2021.
They are, in my
I'm
opinion,
guilty of it too, so I'm just asking.
In my opinion, I think everybody just wants, how should I say,
cheat code?
Yeah. No, I would say like a quick fix, but it's kind of like telling a kid, oh, that's not good for you, or telling a 2-year-old, I should say, my 2-year-old,
yeah,
eat your broccoli, but he doesn't want broccoli. You kind of get what I'm saying? A little bit.
Oh, gotcha. I got you. Okay. So like I got you. Like
they don't want to eat the foods that's good for them. They just want like a quick fix or like a magic pill or something that, just
changes it all.
Yeah.
But I think that with like me finding this gummy of turmeric, when I used to take the pill form of it or try to put it in food, I'm gonna be honest, it's nasty. I mean, it's not a great spice. It also too, it can be covered your hands, and your hands look more orange, yellow, and you're kind of like, damn, my hands are stained. I gotta clean it. When you're this one in the pill form, these gummies, probably over time, if I kept the gummies in my hand, my hand's gonna turn fucking yellow or orange. But it's literally so easy to chew. They taste good, and then. I'm not lying. And it's not even a placebo effect or anything crazy like that. I've already felt better joint feeling in my joints from taking these gummies and like stick. And they ask you, like they say, some people. That's what's very interesting about superfoods and turmeric and all that. That in ingredients they say, oh, you need to take 2 once a day. Well, for some adults, you can take 6 once a day and do it 2 per serving. So it's kind of like where, like you going back to piggyback off what you said, everyone's body is different.
Yeah.
And I think it's different too from the standpoint, we're all humans on this planet. We're all the same. But genetically, we all have the same parts and organs, but it's like, it really is difference on diets and the way it could be. Me and you could look exactly alike. We could literally be cousins, and you might have the worst liver in the world, and I have like this abnormal kidney. I just think that's crazy how the body can do that.
And it's also genetics. Genetics plays a huge role.
So genetics, I'm glad you brought that up. So with genetics and DNA, and I know genetics is an easy word for everyone to understand, but we're literally, as human beings, and probably in animals too, I haven't dove into that, but we're basically, when you mate with someone and you have this baby, and you literally are bringing this baby in, that baby has mom and dad's genes. Like it merges all together. It's so interesting because some people you look at that are making babies and stuff, you wonder, what are those genetics going to be? Like that, I know that person eats like shit. I know that person doesn't give a fuck. Like, and but then some of those people pop out kids, and the kid's the healthiest kid in the world, and the parents didn't give a shit. They're smoking cigarette. It's just, I think it's just different how everybody, changes in that way.
It really is. Like, my fiance, he's really healthy sometimes. He loves his Burger King and freaking Qdoba, but this man cannot gain weight like that. Like, if I ate like crap for a week, I feel like a can of biscuits at the end of the day. And him, he's like, oh, it's funny. I did a body fat percentage on him, and he has 7% body fat.
Wow.
Yes. I mean, he played baseball all his life, did sports, and my God, he cannot gain weight like that.
I think the thing that has helped me health-wise, it's helped a lot of my friends. And I'm talking more locally, but I do know people I went to college with, I'm friends with out of state that have played sports. I really think no matter what, I don't give a shit if it's tennis, I don't care if it's basketball, playing a sport when you're young or doing it over time is so important. Because what is happening is this. You see all this research that they do if you look online. Lung development. All these different things. I'll be honest, now in my past 10 years, I drink, I smoke weed, I party, I do crazy stuff. I probably haven't, there's been days where I'll sit around for 2 days and not work out. Yeah, I'm older now, that happens, it's common. But I played basketball, I played baseball, I was always competing, I was literally year-round sports, playing in high school. Probably my senior year is when I really took a break from sports in general. And I played football with the friends, whatever. Went to college, kept it up a little bit in intramurals and playing basketball with in leagues. But I just felt like it's helped me over time. Like, yeah, I'm not in the best shape of my life. I put weight. I'm probably maybe in the worst shape that I have been in. But I feel amazing still because that's just me. But I feel like all those health benefits of me younger, like breathing, different things, I think it's helped. I mean, I think my heart's strong because I was running, I was exercising, pumping, and I think that can help you over time. And I think if you didn't do that, you can start noticing those things. And especially people that never played a lick of sports and they were really heavy on, eating bad or drinking. They've put on all this weight. And so I think your body can really get you in athlete mode and keep you that way.
Oh, yeah,
but it's up to you. It's up to you though how you're going to use it or maintain it. Yeah. And so, would you say something that with people that, like you brought up your fiance played baseball and stuff? Are you noticing people reaching out to you that you just know you've known your whole life that they probably didn't do a lick of athletic anything, and they're saying like, "How can you help me?" Is that hard to help someone that way that never practiced or exercised really in their life before?
No, I don't think it's hard at all. I mean, I've helped Lauren. Well, I'm still helping Lauren. She's lost 25 pounds.
But see, she was dancing and she's practiced, she's exercised. Is there anyone that's just come to you that's just like not ever done anything?
Come to think about it, I have. She recently had a baby, so she has 2 kids. She used to work as a CNA, and she says, I've never touched a weight before in my life, never walked into a gym. I'm very scared. I'm very timid, which I was too when I first started working out. You see all these bodybuilders and women who's in great shape and stuff, and you don't want to do something stupid in front of them or, do a form badly. And I was like, I totally get it. I was there. I was in your shoes, and I walked her through each exercise and tell her, like, don't be afraid, it's okay. And she did great. I mean, ever since that day, she's continuing to lose weight, and she is doing her research online on how to, like, properly, do a deadlift and stuff like that. So I think you can get into the gym and work out and be perfectly fine, even though you've never done that or played sports as a kid.
Yeah, and I think, and I'm glad you said that, because the reason I was bringing that up is I think it's just a benefit and helps, and I think it's important for all kids to try a sport or give it a shot. But it also, and I'm not even trying to say something opposite. I just think that's what helps. Now, what you said, I think that's great for people to know. People that never did play sports or tried, it's not too hard to just do it now. Your life, I feel like life's in chapters and books. I've said this in past episodes. You do different things, and sometimes you have one life to live. Give it a shot. If you really feel like your health's really fucking you up, your weight's killing your confidence, and
you can change it.
You can change it, and that's why you're a good friend. I wanted to have you on the episode, but that's a big thing about this episode is people listening. I don't want anyone to sit there and be like, I'm listening to this and I feel shitty about my body or anything, but I have nothing to do, or there's no way I can change it. She's saying on here there's no cheat code, and I want to cheat. No, there is no cheat code, but there is dedication, and once it happens, you'll notice the changes. And I think that's something that I need to be hard on myself about. Like, I could definitely improve, but I think all of us, like, it's 2021. It's not the 1800s. We're on the Oregon Trail. We're on horse and buggy. Like, we have cars. We have grocery stores. We have, there's stores now just for supplements. Like, bringing that.
Yep.
So this is the time where there's no excuse anymore. Like, if your life is not going the way you want it and you're not happy with the results, change it. I'm very blessed to been always had self-confidence. Like, I don't get my feelings hurt. I'm very like, not saying prideful, but I'm just like, I love me, and I think that's important for everyone to have that self-love. And that's what I want everyone to eventually get to.
Yes.
Everyone have the self-love. And even if you're not in the gym, even if you don't want to lose weight, if you're sitting here listening to this, you're 300 pounds, and you're like, you know what, I'm happy being this way. At the end of the day, kudos to you, because at the end of the day, yeah, society is telling you need to lose weight. Yeah, health-wise, you probably should lose. I think important-wise, everyone should take their health seriously. But at the end of the day, it is about being proud of who you are and like what you are and what you're made of. So I think it's really key that you're not only helping people that are of life, but you're helping people that have no idea what they're doing. So
yeah.
I think that's really cool.
You only get one body.
Yeah, you do. That's true. That is very true.
You only get one body.
You only get one body. You only get one life. Something that confuses me about people, and it makes me laugh, but people are so afraid of stuff, afraid of change, and afraid of...
Because they're so used to being in their box.
And people need to realize that your life, you have one life to live. Mm-hmm. You got to live it to the fullest. Yeah. And you're not going to be perfect. You're going to put bad shit in your body. You're going to put good shit in your body. You're going to work out one day. One day you're going to be a completely blob of biscuits. But at the end of the day, just live your life and be happy. And if your health is holding you back, if your appearance is holding you back from you being the person you are, change it and do it. Mm-hmm. And that's what I'm just trying to get to. Not to be repetitive, but I just want people to stop giving up and stop being... And people also, they have this mindset of like, oh, I'm 35 now, I can't do this or I can't do that. I'm 31 years old. I know tomorrow I could wake up and go run laps and go do a bunch of stuff and feel fine. And maybe I will, but I don't have to. But it's something people need to do when you're not feeling that. So I think self-confidence, self-love is important, and I think it's just people need to keep just pushing to what keeps them happy.
I want to go back to what you said about the age. There was this gym that I love called the Factory, Old Factory, out in Hurstbourne. They moved, but anyways, whenever I was working out in that gym, I saw this older man. He was old, probably in his 70s. I forgot his name, but he competed, and my God, he looked amazing. So it doesn't matter how old you are or what place you are in your life, you can always start working out.
And I think that's what's great, is that you can start out at whatever age. This is with anything. This is not just fitness and health. Yeah. If you want to be a computer bioengineer tomorrow, you can go do it by... And I know it's very easy to say, if you put the work to it, if you do that, but it is true. Like, a lot of opportunities that I've had in life was just from putting in work and putting in the effort. Like, there was times where, I don't want to fucking wake up early in the morning and put a newspaper out each week, but I put Leo out each week for over 5 years because it's the hard work, it's the motivation. I've noticed people do that in tons of jobs. Like, I'll give my buddy Trevor, one of our mutual friends, credit. Trevor, 5, 6 years ago, 7 years ago, didn't really know. He was confused about things, trying to figure out where he really wanted to be. Now he's a gym teacher, has long tenure. He's been doing great as a teacher. He feels he's doing gym. He's learned about himself. So those kind of people, I love that he never gave up. Same thing with my friend Nicole. I'll give a shout out to. She runs a YouTube channel. I actually mentioned this on episode 1 of our podcast, talking about how she had given up on an idea because someone gave negative feedback on one of her YouTube videos that, I don't think that's the right answer, something like that. I just heard through another mutual friend of ours that she's not going to give up and actually try this again.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I love it. And that's what I love. And so I'm proud of probably 50 plus people I could name. I could go on for another hour listing all my friends that I'm proud of, but those are just two that come to my mind of recent things that never gave up when it was hard, never like gave in. I think that's something that I've improved over my life. You know, it's easy to quit things. There's times where there's not something I'm interested in, but you know, if you have a goal, keep pushing and keep forcing yourself to do it.
Absolutely.
But another thing I want to.
It builds character.
It builds character. It builds you as a whole. It also proves you can get through anything. Mm-hmm. But something I want to say, and it's not even to sound. This isn't hypocritical. This is important. Yes, it's important not to give up, to keep pushing challenges, to take it to the top, to make it where you want to make it. Like you have the power to take your life wherever you want to take it. But also, I think something that people are ashamed of, embarrassed of, is quitting, is stopping doing that. That's where I want to say it's not being hypocritical. Yes, you need to push, never give up, but also learn when to quit.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is this. I'm not talking if you're overweight, you've hit the gym every day for 3 weeks, and you're like, I'm not getting fucking results, I'm quitting, I'm done. No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about if you're in a toxic area, toxic situation, you know you can improve. You know that, yeah, it might not be fun, but after about a week, I can pick up and call this company, or I can go put in a job interview, I can do this stuff. That is something that people don't realize. Toxic lifestyle, toxic people, toxic things in general, work, life, whatever, get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Get away. There's no excuse. I'm guilty of it. I've been in toxic situations and stayed probably too long. You've done it. We've all done it. And I think it not only teaches you and helps you, but get away from that shit. Like, life is too short. Get out of your fucking bubble. Like, I'm also so sick of people saying, well, this is where I'm staying, or I gotta do this. No, like,
they just want a pity party.
They want a pity party and they don't want to give up. I've gone through hell and back. I've been through more shit just as anybody. But you know what I do? I never give up. No one has ever said, "Oh man, Eric Clark or Sleazy, that guy's a bum. He don't get." No, I'm always doing something. I'm doing 4 things at once. I'm out there. I'm pushing it because we have one life to live. I have all the time in the world to be dead, laying in a coffin, being there, fucking rotting away. This is life. This is time to do it. I have no regrets, and I think that's what everyone should do. 40 years from now, you should look back on your life, and yeah, we all wanted to travel the world in an air balloon and fucking win a bunch of fucking gold medallions and have a pet lion. But you know, that shit ain't gonna happen. You gotta be realistic. But also too, you can be realistic from the standpoint of, I'm not gonna give up on this goal and do it. But you can also realize and wake up sometimes, hey, I'm in a fucked up situation. It's time to get the fuck out. And if you don't have the pride or time or courage or energy or effort to do it, call somebody. Ask them how I can do it. Find out, because you're not trapped. No matter what. There's a girl on my Facebook, I won't say names because I'm not going to call anyone out, but we went to high school together. She's got a shitload of kids. And, you know, she could sit there and be, woe is me, my life's over. I'll be honest though, I read some of her posts, I see some of the videos. She looks stressed as fuck. No, she looks stressed. She looks like she's dealing with a billion fucking things. But, and you know, I'm not there. If I was a fly on the wall, if I was there, I might be like, this is a fucking shit show. This girl has no idea. But yeah, I get it. Social media is a lot of times an act, and it's a somatic, like, let's show off the best thing. But I'll give her credit. She don't fucking sit there and woe is me. She don't sit there and be like, my life's over. I'm trapped with these kids for life. Because I bet there's times she sits back and looks and she's like, I love these kids, but holy fuck, I have no one. I'm a single mom. I'm losing my mind. What do I do? But the thing I love about, I'm a single guy. I would not, I've dated chicks with kids before in the past. I would date another chick with a kid. But like her situation, she's got multiple kids, multiple dads, all these different things. I probably wouldn't be the first one to sign up for that as a single guy with no kids, but I will say this. The way she does it, it's actually attractive as from a standpoint of saying like, man, this is very impressive that someone can do this with all these kids. So I just think, and the reason why I'm saying, the way I say that is the reason I bring that up is, I think something that she battles with is a lot of times she'll post, no dude wants to deal with this, nobody wants to deal with this and stuff. Yeah, I'll be honest, I don't. But others though out there do, because I think they see the courage and what she does and the brave, and I think that's awesome because she doesn't take a situation and let it just beat her down and ruin her and her life's over. And I think there's a few people like that on my social media that, and not even involved with kids, have had a car accident or lost a significant loved one, and you would look at them and be like, oh, they're over, they're done, they've given up on life, like their statuses are depressed, sad. But everyone evolves and changes. Like, I think that's where people have to realize too, not everyone's going to be the same person they are at this present time. No. They're going to evolve and change. Yes. A girl named Stephanie that I know, that's another person that unbelievable improvement. A few years back was posting crazy shit for attention, posting things just to I want people to feel bad for me. I want to think. Now it's like 2 to 3 years later, you're reading these posts and seeing it's a motivated person. It's a person that's happy. They love everybody in their life. They're doing this. Like, it just proves it can change. But then I'll be honest, there's a few people I see, they're the same negative fucking Nancy they were 4 years ago, and they're the same negative Nancy now. And I got one buddy, I call him a fucking brother of mine, and I won't say his name because I know he is going through it, and I know he goes through it, and he doesn't deserve it. But love the guy to death. Very hard on himself. Very negative on himself. It's unneeded, because I get it. If you are a piece of shit, yeah, be hard on yourself. You maybe you deserve it. But these people that aren't, and I know what they offer, and I've spent time with them, I hate that. I hate seeing someone beat themselves down.
Because you don't look at them like that.
Yeah, you don't look at them that way, and it's hard. It's hard. So, I mean, do you feel like, physically you're getting these people in the gym, but besides like that girl being afraid of going to the gym, being timid and stuff, is there people that were previous athletes or actually don't have too bad of a body now that are just mentally not able to get over that hump of working out? Like, do you see that? Is there anyone that's battled with that?
Not the clients that I have, but...
Well, you probably wouldn't want to work with someone that's not motivated to try. You want it in the beginning, but
once they work with me for several months, they, in the beginning they'll see results, and then afterwards it's like, I don't know what I'm doing, how come I'm not losing weight, blah blah blah. I'll just tell them, give them tough love sometimes, and shit happens. I mean, the other day I felt like a can of biscuits after Easter, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
My mother-in-law made delicious Easter meal. I'm thinking, all right, Monday's leg day, so, well, I just wasn't feeling it, but I did it anyways. But
do you do cheat days?
I do.
Now, that's something that that's probably my favorite words when it comes to exercise, and is cheat day. Just that's for me. But I hear people that are on a workout regimen, that are focused, that are putting in all this time, and they get excited about the cheat day. I think the most famous cheat day of all time is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's cheat day. He eats like fucking 6 dozens of donuts and like all these crazy things, ice cream, and
I didn't know what was his cheat day.
Google Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's cheat day. I could be off with some of the numbers, but I mean, it's donuts, it's cookies, it's all these things, and he's just pounding it because during his regular workout days, it's fish, it's time meals. He's eating multiple smaller meals. He's building that calorie. The dude is a fucking massive person. I mean, he's massive personality, massive actor, wrestler, but dude is just a fucking beast. And he, on that one cheat day, he's just eating the fat boy's paradise. So that is a question I have, and you might not be able to answer it, but okay. I'm working out every day, Bessie, and I've worked out every day for years, like The Rock. And yeah, I'm considered healthy by society and by my peers, but that one day, even though I'm 6 days of the week I'm eating healthy, that one day I'm pounding fat. I'm just putting calories and fat, just more fat, more fat. We have arteries. We get clogged. That's why people die when they're older, heart failure and heart disease and all this stuff. Is that not affecting The Rock at all?
No, because he doesn't do it every day.
So with him doing that once a day, it's almost like it's just burning through. Like he's just burning it, pretty much. Now, when it comes to cheat days too, I mean, is it bad not to work out on your cheat day? I know a cheat day is a cheat day, but
well, let me correct you. I don't say cheat day, cheat meal. So you can eat good for the rest of the day, and then say if you go out with your buddies and you have whatever you want in a beer or whatever, that's a cheat meal. Cheat day, I don't like to say cheat day because it's kind of misleading. Where you just eat shit all day, and the next day you're gonna feel like shit.
Yeah, that's not the ghost you want. That's not where you want to feel. And I'm glad you said that because that does kind of help me figure it out. You know, another guy that talking about a change in body and tone is talking about eating and stuff. My buddy Frankie Blyce, my barber Frankie too.
He cuts my fiance's hair.
Oh, he cuts your hair. Okay,
and my
yeah,
little man's hair.
Yeah. He's the best barber in the city. I will put him up. I will back him, support him financially if he ever did a barber contest. He's literally the best barber in the city. Good. But that's another guy I want to talk about. Like I was talking about Trevor Nicole because we're talking about fitness. I've known the guy since fucking high school. We went to Seneca our freshman year together. We transferred to J-Town together sophomore through senior year. Me and him have been, he's one of my best friends since senior year of high school. We've just been close. That guy, his transformation is incredible. Yeah. I mean, the dude has a fucking 12-pack now. He's super ripped. He loves it all. Even during COVID, he was doing a home gym and doing garage gym. Yep. I'm proud of him. I love it. And he is someone that proves if you put in the time and the effort, the results work. And he's just like me. He loves wings and wedges. We love watching wrestling together. We love to smoke, maybe have a beer or something. But he has such a dedication that it's just very impressive because there's times I'd be like, do you want to have this food there? And we're just drinking water bottles or something like that. Yeah. I love it. And just so he's another person I'm very proud of to see where he's taken off from. But that's something I really enjoy. I think in anything, not just humans. I love it before and after, like picture or just or like anything. I love like a historic picture where it'll be like this building in 1920. This is the building now in 2020.
It's so awesome.
That's awesome. The before and after. But when it comes to the human body, it is crazy. It's even crazier with not only when people transform their weight, people. Us as humans, we have plastic surgery. You see these before after photos, people having the most botched up nose they've ever had in their life, and then it's like, holy shit, your nose is perfect. Oh wait, you had you had no breasts, now you have fucking double D's as big as your head. It's crazy that, but we notice that so quickly. Like us as humans really shouldn't we should be valuing the person, the thing, but we're literally like. Oh, you got that eyebrow adjusted. You plucked that one in your eyebrow, and you're staring right at that. You're staring right at that person, and so it's one of these cases where it confuses me. Like it confuses me from the standpoint of why do we care so much about that visual image? And it's like, why don't we care about more of the person inside? But I think that's just us as society.
And social media.
Social media is very true. Do you think, and I'm going to check to see if this, make sure this camera here, I got we're recording here on video, and pretty much.
Did it die?
It didn't die, but pretty much, the storage is full.
Oh, man.
So this episode, we might not get the full video. So basically, to give you an update on that, not to stop. So I know I've said this on previous episodes. YouTube-wise, I'm supposed to be going to Nashville here the next couple weeks to meet with an Apple guy. I'm going to see if he can take my old episodes from my old phone and then some of these new ones. I will have video for all of them, even this one. I will be able to edit the audio since I have the audio here on my computer. Bessie and I, you will be able to watch this eventually once hopefully by May, I'll have all these up and running on YouTube. But right now, the video did stop. I will be able to make sure we still have a video of some sort, the beginning, and then I'll put pictures and have the audio. But I really appreciate everyone that has listened on Spotify, Apple, Google. We're officially now on all the podcast platforms, over 14. The thing has been downloaded. Now the podcast now has been downloaded over 400 times. People are really into it, getting great feedback. Just got a letter from a listener, Patrick Pugh. He wants to start a drinking game out of the show. So I love hearing that. Awesome. Yeah, I love that, and that's the feedback that I like to hear. So, but video wise, yeah, this video did stop, but we're still rocking and rolling. So audio wise, that was my main goal with this podcast. Everyone brought up the ideas of doing video, but audio wise, I just love you can stream this anywhere. Like you can literally be in England, you can be anywhere in the world.
Yeah.
So that's something I want to. We've talked about a lot of fitness and workout, and this is a good kind of transformation time. Recently, I had a letter that I received like years ago. I had found, and I found this letter from 7th grade of Myers Middle School.
No way.
From a girl named Eri Kunishi.
Is that your pen pal?
Yes, my pen pal.
Oh my goodness.
So I think this is super cool. So with pen pal wise, I have pretty much always loved the idea of having friends all around the world. I'm a social person. Us as humans are social beings in general, even when we're shy. But I have friends over in Europe. I was very lucky to go to J-Town High School, and we had a big foreign exchange program. I got close with all those people. I even dated one of them. It's one of these cases of, I think it's important to have these friendships all around the world because not only do you listen, you learn. My friend, a girl that I really care about a lot named Emma, she lives over in Wales. We have been friends for over 11 years. We write, we talk on the phone. We never even met, and we're super close. But luckily, I've met most of my friends internationally. But Erie, I lost touch with her in middle school because you're hitting her in high school, the foreign exchange program stopped. We were just doing this for a class. I remember a teacher, shout out to him, I don't know if he's still alive. If he has passed, rest in peace, because he was a hell of a teacher. Mr. Johnson at Myers Middle, and had the gray beard, and I'll give that guy credit. In middle school, I'm carrying. The only two things I give a shit about is girls and basketball. I don't give a fuck about social studies. Get me the fuck out of school. It's 2:20. I want to get that $1 bag of cookies at 2:20 and head to practice. No, something about Mr. Johnson's class, even though he could be a complete dickhead, was that it was fascinating, and he knew what the fuck he's talking about. Half those teachers didn't know shit. No. That guy knew what he was talking about. So Mr. Johnson, shout out to him, but he did this foreign exchange program, and he felt kind of the same way I did, and maybe it rubbed off on me, but he had this mindset, this theory that, you know what, I need to get these kids writing pen pals and writing letters to people all around the world. So we all got picked a country. We got on this format. I got partnered with Japan. I had friends that had people in Malaysia, people in Russia, Peru. So I write this girl in Japan. I just remember in middle school, she sent me some Japanese music. She sent me, I sent her over an American album, Outkast, Big Boy and Dre Presents.
Oh, yes.
Thought she loved it. She thought Hey Ya was a really fun song. So everything about her and I's relationship was just based on what interested her, what I liked, and we both were just kind of like, this is cool. Well, as soon as we lose touch, I'll be honest, for some reason over the years, I always think about when I'm talking to my other foreign friends, like, oh man, I really wonder what Erie's up to or whatever. I had no idea what her address was. I didn't found this envelope of this letter from 7th grade, and I wrote a letter. Wrote her a letter and wrote it and said, did this about 2 months ago. And I said, hi, how are you doing? This is Eric. We were pen pals in 7th grade. I don't even know if Erie still lives at this house. I found this envelope from fucking close to 20 years ago. I want to give it a shot, see what happens.
That's nuts.
So I drop it in the mail. I don't hear back anything, and I get this random letter the other day. And it's a picture of her and her son. And that's how much time has overlapped. So it's a picture of her. She has a son. Single mom living in Japan. She wrote this letter back. Horrible at English, she said. Use Google Translate to use the English font and the Japanese font. I thought everything about it was just super cool because the paper was from Japan. It had like the little cats on it and had a bunch of Japanese designs and stuff. So I just thought it was so cool. It got me so pumped. So I just wrote her back yesterday, and that's another thing that people don't realize. We have people all around the world that you don't know, you don't interact with, you don't see, and it's fucking cool, number one. And number two, I can go to Japan tomorrow if I wanted to, and it's going to cost me probably $2,100 probably just to get over there.
It's not cheap.
Then I'm going to have to pay for a hotel. I'm going to have to learn how to get around, all this stuff. I can write a letter, 2 pages, with a picture of me, and send it to Japan to her for $1.20. That is what blows my mind. I went to the post office yesterday, had the envelope sealed, 2 pictures, a picture of me, send it back, $1.20.
Wow.
Just to go to Japan. So, and she'll have that letter probably within a week. That is what's cool. Like, so if you don't have a pen pal, if you've never done it, you should go out and get one. It's very easy to find. We have social media. Even if it's a pen pal through Facebook Messenger, give it a shot. I think that everyone should do it because it's important to connect with someone from around the world. Did you have a pen pal? Did you remember?
I'm trying to remember. I think I did, but I don't know. I can't. I want to say I did.
Mm-hmm. Did you think it was more of was it overseas or was it South America or what was it?
It had been overseas, and I'm gonna ask my stepdaughter to see if they're doing something like that because she's in 7th grade.
Oh well, damn, that's perfect time.
I know.
It'd be important because you can actually Google how to find a pen pal, and there's actually like forums and different things. I've thought about doing it. I've been very lucky to have the pen pals that I have. That number one, we stay in touch, but number two, I know how to get a hold of them. It's easy to stay in touch, but it's also too where it's something that people just, it's nothing more exciting than getting a letter from someone, and then also too, it's like someone that don't even know who the fuck I am, don't even give a shit probably, or like they give a shit. But I'm saying they're taking the time of their day to write me a letter, and I think
thinking about you,
and they're thinking about you, and it makes you feel good. I have. Another cool thing is that, not to open up another can of worms, but it's like people overseas, they're doing stuff different. That's what I love. So it's like us tonight, if it was normal, we, no COVID and limitation, all that stuff, but it's like we might go out to the bar and we might go dance or we might go to a restaurant or something. They're doing the same kind of stuff, but they're going to different types. They might listen to different kind of music. They might do these kind of parties. So I think that's where I think it's cool because you get to learn about different cultures, what they eat, different things, but
and how they live.
And then once you get that friendship going, not only is it letters and photos you're exchanging, it's gifts. I mean, I don't know how many Norwegian calendars I've gotten. German, I have German coasters on my wall. I had actually 3 German girls stay with me a couple of years ago. My friend Anna and Jenna and Christine, they both came over and stayed. We had a blast. I mean, I took them all around Kentucky, Cincinnati. They went and visited all the southern states. Anna and I got to reconnect. It was a beautiful time. And so I think I put in the effort of keeping in touch with these people because it's so easy for them not only to get busy and forget, and me get busy and forget, but I like to just show them, hey, I still care, I'm still giving the effort, and it's easy. I mean, half time we're sitting around fucking just watching TV, picking our fucking nose. It's like, hey, while I'm doing this, I could write this, I could do that. Like, I'm watching an episode of TV or something, I'm write that letter out real quick. It's all about motivating.
Yeah, it takes just a couple minutes just to write a letter to that person.
Yeah, and do you think that if you could pick, like, say you were able to have an opportunity to connect with somebody right now in 2021, you and this person are going to be pen pals, what country would you want to, like, write, and, like, what country would you want to learn about, like, that just fascinates you?
Oh my.
It don't have to be the person, just like what you're thinking you're gonna get back, feedback wise, letter wise, gift wise, learn wise. Like what's that country?
I think Germany, because my brother was stationed in Germany for about 2-3 years, and he says he doesn't like it because it was so gloomy and everything. But I was about to go see him and try their food, try their beers, see what, how is it shopping at a grocery store? Their money wise and stuff like that. I think that would be pretty cool.
And I will say this, I like going to Norway and Sweden when I went back in 2008. It was amazing. It was probably one of the best trips of my life. And going over there, not only are the people fascinating, but it is cool seeing the different beers, the different food, stuff's fresher. Everyone
and
has
their house. See how their houses are compared to here.
Oh, in Norway they have grass growing on top of the roof sometimes. Like you could put soil and dirt on top and grow like these grass and like grow plants on top of your roof.
Gosh.
I mean, it's you're completely right and I think Germany is very fascinating. I'm actually going to try to go there if they don't make it this year, but next to visit my friends. But just keep learning more about it. I was lucky to have a bunch of German and foreign exchange students. That's another thing that I think is so fascinating, that back in the day people didn't have the technology or resources and stuff, and it kind of goes back to what we were talking about earlier in the episode. There's a lot of times I sit back and I think to myself, am I not using technology to the fullest, if that makes sense? Like, I use it on TV, I play video games, I do a podcast, I recorded rap music, I've done poetry, I've done it all, like, through electronics. And I feel like I use it. I feel like I stay in touch with my friends, and I'm on my phone every day. But do you feel like sometimes us as, I guess, mainly American humans, but we just we're so used to it that we don't take advantage of those things? Because people are so mind blown when you tell them, like, somebody's gonna be listening to this episode being like, holy fuck, I can go online and find somebody to write. And that sounds like that's not real, like no one's really gonna be listening and doing that. But there's someone that listened to this that had no idea that there was people on that Google. Like yesterday, I'm at this gender reveal, and this couple I know, that I'm really close with, they're like, hey, I see you're selling stuff on eBay, it's going well, yeah. I was like, yeah. So we're just talking about eBay. You can go buy someone's used journal or diary on eBay right now. Like, you could literally go, say you wrote a whole journal in 7th grade, and you could sell it online for like $100, and someone's going to pick it up, read it.
Who in the world would want that?
People, there was literally yesterday for $100 plus $9 shipping was a 1944 yearbook / notebook that was from a World War II veteran.
No.
And
see, that would be pretty cool.
It'd all be cool, but I don't have $100 to go spend on diaries and books. I'm gonna spend my $100 somewhere else. But if I had unlimited money, yeah, I probably would buy some random stuff like that. but that's what also blows your mind. Like, people are sitting there reading ode, doing all this stuff, and this guy who might be fucking 80 years old, or his grandkid or his kid is like, got this yearbook, I have fucking every medal and every uniform my dad ever worn, I need some money, I don't want to sell any of these things, I'll sell this book. oh, and someone's actually going to take care of this book and treat it as their own yearbook, even though it's from 1944 for some guy named Paul. It's like, that's what blows my mind. And I think there's so much negative you hear about technology. Oh, it's going to get bad, or there's going to be this, or, I don't like the way the future... But, yeah, there could be a lot of bad, but there's a lot of fucking good. Like, there's a lot of cool shit we're doing with technology that we don't realize. Like, do you feel like, is there anything that that you want to see from technology that hasn't happened?
I still want to see how cars
fly.
Yeah, from like the
hover stuff.
Yeah, because like when we were kids, we would watch cartoons, eating a bowl of cereal. Was that the Jets? Is that the show? The Jetsons. Yeah. I want to see freaking cars like fly, and so we can just get to point A to point B in 5 minutes.
Sometimes I wonder about that.
Or a motorcycle or whatever.
Well, there's two things that makes me wonder, and I'm glad you brought up the flying cars. The first thing that makes me wonder is flying cars, number one, they're so fascinating, but do you think, I feel like we already have the power to do it. Yeah. Do you think we're not doing the flying cars because they know there is no way they can patrol the sky?
Ooh.
See, that's me opening up another can of worms, because in my opinion, police, humans in general, especially humans of power, this is not even political debate. It don't matter what fucking side you go for political, or even if you're not into politics. Us as humans, it don't matter if you're in Malaysia or America, we love to control. We love, even if I'm not a boss or power, I'm just living my own life, I love to... We're controlling our pets. We're controlling our kid. We're controlling the TV. We're controlling how things operate because we like to dictate. Even though we're all not in power and we all don't have that big of power, we love to dictate something. Like, even if it's going to McDonald's, I want a quarter pounder with cheese with no mayo or no this. It's like, so you're like saying this stuff. I know quarter pounders don't come with mayo. Nobody fucking send hate mail in. But I'm saying, the thing about it though is that it's one of those cases where I feel like, if we started taking off these hover cars, they have no way of patrolling it. Like, if I'm going to visit you at your house and you live 20 minutes away, what if I'm today I feel like, hey, I'm gonna go drive over downtown real quick before I hit Bessie's house to hang out. You might go just straight to my house.
Yeah. They
have no idea what route, freeway wise, if I'm going to your house, I know there's only two ways to go to your house. I can drive this way or go the freeway. So it's like, that's another thing. And the second thing I'll bring up, and this might make your mind, like, I guess blow up even more, but it's like, you bring up the whole flying, hovering cars. It's also this case of, do people, like, do you think people would actually be in more fatalities, like more crashes and stuff of just not being able to control it? Like,
land or have like a landing spot.
Yeah, like you already see that it's taking years just to fucking develop. It's taking years to develop a lot of stuff in technology. But then you look at these buildings; they all got lights on top. So then we've started now in all these major cities, we're putting lights on top of buildings so planes don't hit them. Oh, now we have COVID, so now we have to change all the policies of that. Oh, now we have this going on. Everyone's doing these different things. I feel like it would be a 20-year evolution of them trying to get cars up, car fender benders. What's going on? I'm on top of the fucking Louisville Slugger bat. This dude just rear-ended me in a fucking hover car. What are you on? Oh, I'm on my hover motorcycle. It's like, it's one of these cases where there's nobody that's gonna be able to do that, because then you have someone that can't afford a hover car down on the ground. Well, I just crashed in front of the Fraser Museum. I'm on the road. It's like, well, shit, I gotta be there. I gotta be there.
You do have a good point.
And so I wonder if there's someone out there that's just controlling the ideas. Something that I'll say it, and I believe it. I don't believe all conspiracy theories, but I do believe some, and I think there's a lot of them that are realistic that could eventually be revealed or proven even after we're dead, even maybe 200 years from now. I think that's a big thing. I think 200 years from now, people will be looking back, especially this time, and because this is the time when technology really boomed this past 30, and be like, man, like, those were good people. That was bad. Like, why are they make those? I think people are gonna see how, because technology is just gonna evolve. But the one conspiracy theory that I don't know if a lot of people know, and I think he was in Michigan. A gentleman in Michigan found how to start a water-powered car.
What?
So Lyndon Johnson, the president who actually came into power, I believe, and I could be wrong, I believe after JFK was assassinated, Lyndon Johnson gets into power. Lyndon Johnson was a very controversial president. You know, he did some good, did some bad, but he was very eccentric. He had a car that he drive people just to fuck with him. He drive like he's going into the pond. Mm-hmm. People are like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And then as soon as he hits the water, it turns into a boat. So it's like a boat car, and it had a motor. So that's kind of futuristic. And he's a president of the city. He has so much money. So I see that, and that's a boat. Yeah, I get that. That's cool. But this guy started a car that could be powered and run on water. Like actual water. Mm-hmm. He's eating in a restaurant. He's coming out all this. People are talking about how they want to buy the prototype, whatever. It would literally ruin the auto industry. It would ruin gas, oil, money, all these people. He's eating in a restaurant. He has this famous car. He's going to come out. He wants to put this out. And as he's eating, he's choking and he's dying. And he's like, "They poisoned me. They fucking poisoned me." And he dies.
Oh, man.
Now, I believe that I'm not saying that someone killed him. I'm not saying that it was the government. I'm not saying that it's some random guy who ran the Ford plant in this part of Michigan. It's someone or some group was out to get him and stop him because they don't want anything taken away. It's all about profits and money, and we don't realize it. We're so clueless when it comes to stuff. I mean, what the fuck do people really think that all these cancer institutes are going to become in 50 years? There's 1 billion cancer institutes all over America, and every major city, you know, University of Louisville Hospital has a cancer ward. All that, yeah, that's all important. We need all that because people are dying from cancer every day. But I'm saying though, why is there not a cure? Like, how the fuck did we just cure COVID-19 in a year?
I was going to say that.
How did we cure COVID-19 in a year? How do we have Magic Johnson, who has a plethora of money, battling HIV and AIDS and beating that he beats that every day by just taking a pill when you have other people dying. It's like, come on. Something is not making sense. It's like, it's this easy just to fix all this and do this, and then now we're just like, oh, we can't do this, or why? Like, it does not make sense to me. I'm getting the vaccine. I'm scheduled Monday. I'm all about the vaccine. I think vaccines are important. I think everyone should eventually get it. I think herd immunity. I'm tired of hearing these people, "Oh, I'm gonna grow 7 nipples and my hair's gonna be purple and I'm gonna have 2 dicks and I'm gonna be a fucking freak because I got the shot." Fuck off. You're a fucking idiot and go kill yourself. Like, we don't need you. I don't want to hear that shit. And I'm not saying anybody needs to go kill themselves, but I'm saying at the end of the day, seriously, shut the fuck up. Like, get vaccinated. But I will be the guy and say, why was it this easy to get fixed? And I do believe the studies. I do believe it's going to be proven. But it's like, why can't we just solve this thing of this cancer thing? Like, it's been going on for 30, 40 years. There's so many different types, all this. But I give so much money to these cancer things. People give so much money to these foundations, these charities and stuff. It's like, I understand. We're making people feel okay in the hospital. We're making people feel better, comfortable, and that's what's important in life, to be comfortable. But why can't I cure this 50-year-old guy who has 4 kids and he's just trying to live his life, and now he's got cancer that he didn't even smoke. He was healthy, he ran every day. Like, why did he get picked? What's his fault? Like, why is his and I'm not getting into the whole span of why are we here, life, all that. I'm just saying though, why can't we cure something? And also too, it's like, Is it natural selection? Is it money? Is it really money that we care so much about people that all we care about is like we got to get this copay in this $1,000? I think that there is a cure, and I think that
there is.
We don't want to really sort of know it, and I, not to get into a whole other thing. I'm trying to make people think on this episode. I'm not trying to get on another tangent, but and seriously, nobody like quote me or think this is going to cure your cancer if you do have cancer. I really do think CBD and THC are a cure for cancer.
You think?
I think your whole body is filled with, I always say this word so wrong, cannabinoids or cannabinoids. Like, basically, you have these cells in your body that your body actually wants cannabis. Like, it wants CBD. It wants the stuff of that because it's what helps your body and heals. People have been using weed for thousands of years, and THC and CBD. It's just becoming a new big thing because hemp. People are starting to become fucking non-idiots and actually be appreciative of weed. It's a medicine. It helps people. You know, the whole 20s through the 60s was a fucking joke. Like a nightmare. Racist, idiots, like stereotypical dumbasses that think, oh, we can just do this, we can do that. Yeah, there's a lot of good that came out of it probably too from the 20s. Like, we, you know, there might have been some inventions, some different successful like TV, entertainment, whatever. But when it comes down to it, it's like we're sitting there acting like the world is just like it's so evil because people smoke this plant or do this thing. This plant is actually proven to help people. Everything they were saying was lies. It was all religious control. It's always a mind control by government religion. It goes back to people wanting power. Don't smoke weed. No. Fucker, it wouldn't be on this planet if God didn't want you to smoke it or use it. So the thing about it is, it helps you and does things. And like 502 Hemp on Moser Road in Louisville, Kentucky, best CBD, best hemp store in the whole fucking state. Sell it the best. They don't buy all this bullshit. Half the people that do CBD in town or in any states are in their back room of their house putting together a chemical here with this and this will work. You'll feel better. And then, so the placebo effect. 502 Hemp is actually used as real hemp products and real things, and you're putting this in your body. It's working. She's seen how cancer patients are coming back and getting this. It's helping stop seizures. It's helping do this. And so I really do think that, and maybe I'm wrong, maybe 20 years I will be right, but I really do think that it does have some help. Not only to pain, but we have prevented it for so long, and cancer deaths are out the ass. You got to think about it. Back in the 60s, they're smoking Marlboro Reds on game shows. The game show host is smoking cigarettes sponsored by Marlboro. You didn't hear about all these people died from cancer, all this stuff. Then we get into the 70s. I think number one, people all smoked weed or gave it a shot. I think of any form, eat it, drink. I think they'd be a lot better, like relaxed, helping wise. I think people just think of it as a drug. It's illegal. It's
so bad for you.
Yeah, it's because it's fucking idiots. It's stupid morons that think it's messing with your religion. It's so stupid. Like, just fucking free the weed, legalize in all 50 states, legalize around the world. I mean, you see countries that are doing fine with it legalization. You're seeing states do great. I mean, in Denver, Colorado, I was just there in November. There's fucking freeways named after the weed shops. Like, you could be literally driving down a road and it could be like, I'm just making up a name of a store. Like The Joint. The Joint's a famous dispensary in Denver. It could be The Joint 64 West. And you're driving and you're like, oh, they adopted a highway. Because they have so much fucking money, they don't even know what to do with it. Because people are buying this. It's so fucking stupid. Like, wake up. Like, quit being dumb and fucking legalize it. Like, it's just something I get on a team. I mean, Virginia, was just one of the first southern states to actually legalize it yesterday on a more recreational plan. You got all these states that are up north, Jersey, all these places, like New York. I mean, it's like, wake up. Like, also, quit complaining about your state not having money, you have no funds, you have nothing going on, or...
I feel like if they legalize it here, we would
we'd provident.
Yes.
Homeless be gone. So much shit be gone.
Will be fixed.
And you'd have so much opiate things done. It all comes down to the 20s and 60s when all these fucking super conservative religious people are like, oh, it's evil, it's bad. No, it's not. Just shut up. That's the reason why you are looked back on in history as a clown, because a lot of these people, like, Reefer Madness has become a fucking, like, a cult classic, not because people are like, oh, I can't wait to watch these people pretend like they're ODing on weed. It's because we're making fun of it. We're laughing at it. We're like, look at this movie from the 30s where these dumbasses are acting like they're ODing on weed. It's not true at all. So I just think I think that us as a society, and we grow, we do stay stupid and we stay in these old mindsets of like, let's do this, let's do that. But we're eventually getting better in some aspects. Like we're improving when people are becoming more open-minded. That's what it's all about. It doesn't give a fuck who you are politically. You could be listening to this in another country. You're not even a Democrat or Republican. It has nothing to do with politics. It has nothing to do with religion. It has to do with just being open fucking minded and accepting. Like, that's my biggest thing. Quit fucking not accepting someone just because they don't go with the same shit as you. Like, also too, talking about health. Yeah, I think everyone should go for health. I think what you do, helping people, is important. And I think being healthy is important. And I need to be healthy. Eric Clark needs to be more healthy. But quit judging people. Like, quit fucking... Like, if someone wants to eat... Like, I went to a cookout last night. I harmed that food. But I'm saying, you know, there's people that like to eat a little bit more than the other person. And you hear somebody say, oh, you're going to eat that? Or, damn, you're going ham with it. Fuck off! The fucker's hungry! Let the motherfucker eat his food! You don't know if he's stoned to the bone. You don't know if he's fucking, like, hasn't ate all day.
Especially to
like, let people... Yeah, especially with women. And don't get me started where I love how people just still think women are this stay in the kitchen, you know, my sandwich better not be wrong, this...
Don't burn my rolls.
Don't burn my roll. Or like, why is this not ready? Or why'd you not do that? Like, shut the fuck up. Like, we have to start as a society, like, becoming accepting of we're all equal. We're all the same person. We're all different. We all individually are different in some way, which is awesome. But we gotta start accepting people. And if, you know what, if you don't agree with that person, yeah, you might not be gay. You might think, oh, gay sex. Oh, you know what? You're not in their fucking bedroom. Right. Fuck off. Who gives a shit? Why is it bothering you? Oh, but they're... And then you hear all these super Christian... Like, and I would label myself as a Christian, but I'm saying super dumbass Christian people that are, like, so on this, like, tangent of, like, oh, they're going to go to hell, or they're going to be... No. You're going to hell for judging. You're the one that's going to... You're the one that's sinning, so... That's the whole thing about it is like...
You need Jesus.
Yeah, you need Jesus. I think that's so stupid. I brought this up on another episode. I have my own faith, my own religion. I don't push on anybody. I don't say anything on anybody. But the reason I bring up the Christianity in that aspect is because people are so quick to judge somebody, but when their whole religion's based on don't judge. And I think, too, just as a society, quit judging. I think we're so bad at that, too. It's like no one likes to put themselves in another person's shoes. Like, people are so quick to saying, like, love watching a YouTube video or a documentary. Oh, look at that kid. He's fucking eating sand over in fucking Ethiopia. He's so hungry. He's fucking dying. Like, nobody gives a shit about him. It's awful that people think that way because they're, like, sitting there and they're looking at their kid that's over here eating a fucking cinnamon roll, playing with the fucking ball, and, like, everything's fine. You're in your air-conditioned living room watching fucking Sesame Street. This kid's over here dying. A lot of these people don't give a shit. I watched that and I'm like, this is fucking sad. I wish I could help this kid. I wish that... But people have to quit judging too. People would look down on that kid. That kid was out in the street right now. Nobody wants to help that kid. They want to look down. That's why as a society, it's awful. You know, capitalism, everything gets so bad because people are so quick to look down. And yes, I know... People put themselves in these positions a lot of times. Yes, that's very true. So I know there's going to be somebody listening that's going to be like, well, that person chose to do crack cocaine and sped on the street and beat his wife. I don't know that every single one's done that. It's not true. Half these people you talk to, they're like, I'm fucking have mental illness. Like, I can't even get into a place. Like, I smell. Like, nobody went. I talked to this one guy. He's like literally saying that places wouldn't allow him in that I gave a couple bucks to because he had an odor and he had mental illness in Louisville and different things. And he's trying to find the right place. And I get it. People make mistakes, but we have to start being more accepting and caring. And I know not everybody is a helpful cause. Not everybody's going to be able to be helped, and you're not going to change a lot of people. There's a lot of fucked people that are just going to be fucked up for the rest of their life. That's just who they are. But we got to quit giving up on people in society. We got to quit looking down and being like, that person's fat, so they're a loser. Or that person works here. That's my biggest thing. People love to look down on someone working at a restaurant. Like, because like they're at Burger King. You don't know if this guy is a sales rep for Monday through Friday, makes $100,000 a year,
right,
and he wants to flip burgers on Sunday because he's bored and that's what he wants to do. You don't know that. You're just looking at him because, oh, he works at Burger King. That is where us as a society are pathetic. I mean, we're just, and we have to improve and we have to get better. It's simple as that.
I always tell my stepdaughter, don't judge a book by its cover.
No, you shouldn't. And I think that brings back to the main topic that we started in the beginning of this episode. Playing, like we were talking about playing sports and doing active when you're young. It's so important because I am accepting of all cultures. I know how cultures deal with it. I know how everyone has ups and downs. And it was a lot of times playing from sports. I'm playing with people of other races, other religions, other mindset, other living situations. It teaches you. Jack Harlow, a rapper in Louisville, he's very famous right now. He's blowing up. I mean, he's already blown up, but he just keeps blowing up. He has a song on one of his old albums before he blew up, before the What's Poppin', called River Road, and he's rapping about.
I was listening to that.
He's rapping about River Road in Louisville, and everybody knows River Road if you're from Louisville or Indiana. It's a famous road, and great song, great chill song, great song driving to. Jack Harlow's a super talent, but you listen to that song, and I'm not going to quote the lyric like I know it, so I'll probably butcher this, but he makes a comment where he says like, I'm shooting basketball in the gym with these kids from other living situations. Like, basically he's talking about how, we're in the same gym playing basketball. This kid's living a rough life. I got a decent life, but nothing's making us different in this gym. We're the same person in this gym. Like, we're in the gym, we're hooping, we're having fun. And I think that's what's taught me as a person, and people need to do better in society. Quit judging. Remember that at the end of the day, you judging, you're not doing anything. You're not helping anybody. You're just being a bigot and idiot. Like, put yourself in that person's shoes. If you know what they do 24/7, yeah, you could judge them all day, but you don't. Mm-hmm. You don't know what they do. You don't know. I think that's something that we got to get better as humans.
And it kind of, I wouldn't say it makes you look ugly, but it's just,
it's not.
It's not pretty.
It's not pretty. It's not attractive.
It's not.
And to be honest with you too, I love when someone is a bigot or they are racist, and then they try to argue that they're not. Well, I got black friends, or my cousin. No, you're an idiot. You are racist. You are a piece of shit, because we know what you're really thinking. And I see these people that just, we all get better. I've improved. We've all improved in life as human beings, but people are just so stuck in their ways, and people are just so stuck in being the same person. And sometimes you got to change to be better. If you can't fucking learn that you're doing something wrong, wake up. And I love seeing these racist people get looked down on, lose friends, karma. I think I had one friend on Facebook, a girl named Jenna. I think she had like 73 mutual friends with me. I think it's like a lot less now, because she went on this like fucking horrible tangent about racist bullshit, and it's like, quit spewing that shit out. Nobody wants to hear you. It's 2021. We're over it, and that's why, it's time to get better. It's time to get better society.
They'll put it out on social media thinking, oh, everybody's going to take my side. Everybody's going to agree with me. Yeah. And then here comes the people who are against it, you know.
And then all they do is get mad, or they get defensive, or they change their ways on it. You know, it's so...
But if you do that in real life, they won't do it.
They won't do it at all. Well, they're all scared. They all hide behind a keyboard. I mean, that is the way. That's the reason why you have people doing everything that they do, is because they think they can hide behind this keyboard. They can do this. You know, something I realized taking on this podcast is, you know, I'm not going to make everybody happy. People are going to be pissed. People are going to be also loving it. You know, that's why I give my opinion. I just keep it real. People know who I am at the end of the day. They know I'm myself. I keep it real. I don't do no bullshit. And that's the way it should be. You know, like, if you approach me at a restaurant tonight and you heard this podcast and you're like, hey, I agreed with all that, or hey, what do you mean by that, or hey, can I learn more about that? I love it all day. If you came up to me at a restaurant and you said, hey, I think you need to, like, improve on this, or you're saying this word too much, I'll take it. I'm not going to be offended at all. But if you come up to me and say, I disagree with everything, I turn it off, you're a fucking moron. Fuck off. Give it a listen. Like, give it a try, and I think you'll learn something. And I think that's what we all need to do, is just give it a listen and try, and quit hiding. If you want to say it. Like, say it with your chest. There's you know, what that saying, that famous, say it with your chest. It's like, say it proud. Like, I feel this way, and this is how I want to do it, because you look like a clown when you back up and do it. That's why the worst thing you can do, and I know two guys right now, I'd fucking love to say their names because they need a wake-up fucking call because they're messing with two stupid girls, but two of my guys I know are literally messing with these two girls that they've been broken up 5 times. They've put long tangents on Facebook. Oh, she's a whore, and oh, he's a jackass, and he's got a little cock, and oh, you're a piece of shit. And then you're like, oh, you're back together a week and a half later. Oh, now you're engaged. Oh, now you love each other. Now that's your lover boo. You're a fucking idiot. Like, I'm not saying I never did that in middle school or high school, but it's like, here's the thing. If I'm not feeling it, you're done. I'm dropping you. Yeah, they're our age, and I'm dropping you. I'm moving on. And there's a lot, you know, like Gucci Mane said, you know, you miss a bus, the next 15 one's coming. That's how girls are. That's how guys are for girls. It's quit. That's what goes back to what I'm saying. Everything I bring up on this show will piggyback back to something that we've mentioned in this episode, I feel like. But it's, bam. Like, get out of a toxic situation. Quit going back. You look dumb. You look like a hypocrite. You know, I have friends that literally will not wake up and realize that they would be so much more successful and better with their life and with their business, with their brand, with their family, with their friends, with everybody, if they would drop certain people out of their life. And I'm not just talking about significant others. I'm talking about friends they associate with, people. It's just time for people to wake up and realize we all have a legacy, and you're all going to be remembered by something. And yeah, there might be a few people out there that aren't a fan of me, but I will say this, about 90% are, and it's because I'm nice, because I give. People love you, Bessie. People love others, because we're real people. You keep it real. You're yourself. But there's some people I know that if they died tomorrow, everybody'd be sad. But it's like, why would you want that legacy of that person was a clown, or that person didn't know what they were doing? They can't make their mind up. I'm not saying I know we're all going to die eventually. It doesn't matter, but it does matter. It matters because back to what you were saying. You have one body, one life to live. Mm-hmm. Quit being an ass. Quit being negative. Quit putting yourself in these situations and asking, why is this happening to me? When it's on you. And I think it's something I need to learn from. All of us need to learn from and keep improving. But it's very important.
Plus, you are who you hang out with.
Exactly. You are who you hang out with. You are who like, in my mind, you can make the decision of what to do. You know, I look back on stuff and I'm like, man, that was really hard to decide on like 12 years ago. If it happened now, I wouldn't even fucking think about it. Like, I'd be like, oh, that's no big deal. Like, I didn't go to that. You know, back in the day, high school, college, you don't want to miss a single party. You get invited to every party. Yep. You miss a party, you're lame, you're a loser. Like, why'd you miss that party? What are you doing? Oh, I actually had to go do this at a job.
Or you missed out, like something happened at a party. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
And it's like, the thing about it is, now at 31 years old,
I wouldn't care.
There's times where I'm like, I don't want to go to that fucking party. I'm trying to think of the best excuse, and then I'm like, and then I'll hear the next day, oh well, homeboy puked all over the back. Oh, that's cool. I really didn't miss much. It's like, and half the time I'm having more fun chilling in my house or having someone over, doing it that way. But I think too that we're just gonna have to, as society, as humans, not only be better to ourselves and that's the main thing I want people to take away from this episode, is like, be a better you, be a better person, but also don't give up, stay motivated, stay focused on a goal, and don't let anyone tell you differently. But also never forget, you're not a loser. If you're overweight, if you quit, you're just in a temporary state. You can change it. If you stay that way and you feel that way, it's not going to change. But life is short, and my main thing I'll just tell all the listeners, live it to the fullest, because it will be over before you know it. You have no idea. And just keep living life to the fullest. And but I want to finish off by saying, Bessie, you not only are helping your clients, you're helping these people, but how can people get in touch with you? I mean, how could someone hire you? How can someone just ask you for advice? What would you say?
Go to my Instagram, MissFitBest21. It's the best way to get a hold of me. Just DM me.
You want to spell that for them?
It's MissFitBess21. Just hit me up, and I love to help. If there's challenging ones, I like the challenge. Do my research.
Do you feel
you
like
want to be one of my clients?
I'll be honest. Maybe one day, but right now I'm just too busy. But I do feel good, and again, I definitely need to. I would say for me personally, like, I definitely could see myself eating better, cutting out the soda. But the main thing about summer being back, it's time to be active. It's time to get out and do stuff. And the one good thing about Louisville is we usually have really great summers, even when they're hot.
Yes.
So everybody, from this episode, I hope you learned something. I hope you took something away. Reach out to Bessie if you're trying to get better in your health. But also, too, again, and the last thing I'll say, don't give up. Like Valvano said, don't ever give up. Keep pushing. Live life to the fullest. And just remember, there's going to be haters. There's going to be negative naysayers. But, don't let them get to you. But also, too, if you feel stuck or trapped, and that deep down it just takes the courage for you to get out of that shitty situation, do it. There's no reason for you to suffer for years and look back, why did I stay with that person? No. Get out of the shitty situation, the shitty job, get away from the shitty people, and make yourself the best person you can be and live life to the fullest. But I want to thank everyone for listening to this episode. I want to thank everyone that's listened to all the previous episodes. The fan mail has been great. I want to give some more info on contacting me. You can find me on Instagram at Vibing With Sleezy, the podcast. You can find us on Facebook too as well. My email, vibingwithsleazy@gmail.com. You can send fan mail in. Like I said, Buzzsprout, we're over 400 downloads. Buzzsprout actually, I made $20 off this podcast so far, which was pretty cool. I never even thought I'd make $1, so I've already made some income, which I'm proud about, and that's the main thing. It's just putting out content. I want people to learn, and I don't even know who the next guest will be yet. I've been talking to different people, working with different people, but I'm gonna keep pumping these episodes out for you. I again appreciate you all listening and doing the time. Any feedback, it's always loved and received. Any love, and if you have anything negative to say, I'd like to hear it too. But at the end of the day, we're just doing us over here at We Vibe With Sleazy, and that's me. So I'm gonna keep doing it. So thanks for listening, and have a good one. Peace.